So it's just over 2 weeks to Christmas. If you haven't bought all your gifts yet, don't worry, I've got some interesting ideas for you. Hi, my name's Christine L. Conroy. Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger. And possibly a little bit stressed. Don't worry about that, I've got a great meditation coming up for you in the next week or so that's going to help with that. Today we're talking about gifts and I have some really interesting information for you. Obviously on Happy Stuff and Fluff we talk about the fact that material wealth doesn't necessarily bring you happiness, although I've never actually said money doesn't buy happiness because I don't believe that's true. I think it's how we spend our money that's the important thing. Lots of recent research has found in terms of gift buying that people appreciate experiential gifts more than they appreciate material gifts. So, for example, somebody might appreciate more a gift that is a day at the races or a spa day rather than have, I don't know, a handbag or a new pair of shoes, for example. Obviously, this is generalising, and when you read this kind of research, you obviously have to consider it in terms of who you're buying for. Because some people, kind of the more shy and retiring of us, shall we say, may not want to go for a day at the races. They may prefer a book or a handbag. You've got to think about the personality of the person you're buying for. That goes without saying. But in general, this thing about buying experiences gives us more warm, fuzzy feelings. We're able to create memories which last forever, and that's the kind of thinking. However, recent research is finding that it's those people, I don't think there's an awful lot in it, but it's those people who are more wealthy who appreciate the experiential gifts. And when I say wealthy, I just mean the better off, slightly better off, than those who are less well off, which makes sense when you think about it. If you are still struggling to buy material things that you need, for example, a table lamp or, I don't know, a toaster, for example, or those kind of things. If you're still struggling to buy those, then you're going to appreciate someone buying you them as opposed to a day at the races. Yeah, you can get that. Well, interesting research that's just been done that I was reading is saying that something that pleases all of those people, the less well off, right to the wealthy, is something they receive that saves them time. Because we are all poverty-stricken in terms of our time. Even people who have retired. My sister's one of them. Will say, I've never been so busy since I've retired. I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. And as I say, she's retired. So we've all got this time-starving thing going on. Okay, so if you can think of a gift to give to someone that's going to save them time, then apparently whether they are less well off or better well off, they're going to appreciate it. So, interesting, don't you think? I thought about this and thought, yes, I can see that. And so I did a little poll, a little bit of research amongst my friends and asked them what kinds of things along those lines, time-saving things, have they received that they really appreciated. And I got some weirdy ones, I got some interesting ones. So I'll just tell you about some of them. Some of them will just be stocking fillers, I guess. And some of them you might think, I wouldn't buy that for anyone. I'm just trying to give you some ideas along the lines of time saving. Okay, so I'm going to leave a link below. And if there's something that's not, if there's an item that's not quite the same in the US, then I'll put a link to something that's very similar. Okay, so this is the first thing. This is one of mine. Wrinkle release spray. I discovered this when we went on our first cruise. Now, on a cruise, obviously, you're in a very close, tight, small environment, and your clothes are all packed in together and creased. And so spraying whatever I was going to wear with this wrinkle release spray, because obviously I didn't want to be tripping down the corridors, arms full of clothes to go and iron in a room somewhere. So I found this incredibly useful. And at first I thought, it's not going to be very effective. I can't see it being effective, but it is. And so if you imagine someone who's very busy, who is dashing out, then would spray their, say, a dress with this wrinkle spray, go and put their makeup on, do their hair, and by the time they've come back, the wrinkles have been released. It's brilliant. And if you have time the night before, it's even better. If you can spray your whatever you're wearing the next day, the night before, you get up in the morning and there you are, you don't need to iron it. Okay, so it really did help me. I've used it a couple of times since, when I've been dashing and got up and found something that needed ironing. That's what I've done. A great stocking filler, as I say. Or one of those garment steamers. I keep promising myself a garment steamer, but I've never gotten around to doing it. Speaking of steaming, in the kitchen, there's lots of things you can get someone now. Lots of things that don't have to cost a lot either. I like this, the stacking steamer. This is one of mine again because I first started to use this when I was when I started to eat more healthily, when I wanted to lose a little bit of weight, because steaming is obviously less fattening and also very healthy in terms of vegetables and so on. And on these stackers, you can steam each part of the meal for as long as each particular part of the meal needs. So I like the stacking steamer. And this is a simple one. My friend said that she wouldn't be without. It's a salad cutter bowl. I haven't tried this. She swears by it, so all your salad goes in. This one comes with a serrated lettuce knife, and you just chop it while it's in that container and then tip out your salad and it's all done in minutes. Thinking about the kitchen, something that I've appreciated is just a recipe book. One of the, and there's lots of them, meals in 30 minutes kind of recipe books for someone who's strapped for time. And even if they're not, to know that you can just throw something together in 30 minutes that people are going to enjoy, I think that's a great thing to be able to do. So that's another idea. Oh, and one friend said a non-stick grill mat. Well, you can see the sense in that, because who wants to spend ages cleaning the grill? So these are quite good. Now, one for cat lovers here. Listen up, cat lovers. I know I've got quite a few on Happy Stuff and Fluff. A self-cleaning litter box. My friend was bought one of these, and she says she wouldn't be without it. I've never used one. I don't have a cat. Sorry, cat lovers, but I've never had a cat. I've looked after one once. And I think this self-cleaning litter box would have come in handy then. So if you've used one, if you have one, let us know below. And if you know a cat lover, then maybe this is a gift they'd love to receive. Getting a little bit techie now, I think this is a great idea. The charging hub mat, where, there's nothing worse than having all of you in the house trying to charge your phones. Where's the charger? Looking around for your charger, and so on and so on. This, you can just put it on the mat and it charges. So it's just a case of put it down and off you go. So that's that. And then one of my favourite here is the Amazon Alexa. Of course, I have to whisper because she'll start talking to us. I love my Amazon Alexa. I get my news, I get the weather, I listen to all kinds of music on it. It's just great, and the prices are coming down and down all the time, and all kinds of things that you're going to be able to link into the Amazon. As I say, you can get as techie as you like with these things. And speaking of techie, I think those little kind of robot vacuum cleaners, I think they're quite good too. I might consider getting myself one of those. So lots of things there that you can do. And if you don't want to do that, you could hire someone, a cleaner, for a few weeks, or every week for 6 months or something like that. That might be a nice idea. But you get where I'm going. These are some ideas. As I say, I'm going to link them down below. You can be assured, apparently, according to the research, if you can manage to find something that's going to save somebody time, then they're going to appreciate it. And that's the latest research. Okay, so there are other things, obviously, perhaps a little bit more glam that some of your friends might like. This is just an idea. Okay, let me know if you've experienced any of those things, and watch out for me more often between now and Christmas. You may not be being alerted by YouTube when one of my videos comes out, so pop over to the YouTube channel just to check whether or not a new video's come out. Watch out for the meditation one, and I hope you're getting excited over Christmas. I am going to be talking about positive grieving at some point, because I know it isn't a happy time for everyone. Let's try and make it happier for you too, though, a little bit, perhaps. Okay, so I'll see you soon, and in the meantime, remember that on the Happy Stuff and Fluff, we are getting happy and growing younger. See you soon. Bye-bye.